a lot of people with heart can see that I have heart. And I encourage other people to have that same strength and fight. And I definitely get tired. I definitely mess up. I definitely fall downstairs. I forget the words sometimes. But that's just life. I guess the question is, what are you going to do after that? And I always get back up, and it just makes me even stronger.
Beyoncé Knowles is one of the most recognizable figures in contemporary music.
Beyoncé is one of the biggest superstars in the world. She burst into the scene in Destiny's Child, had some absolute smash hits with them before going solo and into the movies. She's had #1 album after #1 album, and she's just an inspiration to women across the world.
Thank God I love what I do, and I have time in between. But, you know, I'm so excited, and this is what I was born to do.
Beyoncé does have just an amazing voice. She's got so much range. She covers 3 octaves. And I have to say that having seen her live on numerous occasions, I think Beyoncé is also the best live performer in the world right now.
As a singer, songwriter, actress, humanitarian, businesswoman, fashion icon, everything, in each one of these things, she's so gigantic.
Booming record sales, Grammy Awards, movie roles, and marriage to rapper Jay-Z combined to heighten her profile in the 2000s.
They walk in and you just get a feeling with the two of them that they are like what you would call Kate and William of the music business. These guys are the royal couple.
They are the power couple. She never needed his power or influence because she had success like you couldn't have dreamed of. But together, they are a force to be reckoned with.
She has won countless awards, been quoted as one of the most influential women of all time, and has spread the word of female empowerment through her music.
Finally getting that female empowerment. She was at the beginning of that, and she's always fought for women's causes.
She's someone that is setting trends. She's not someone that's following trends. And I think in the entertainment business and being able to stand out in the music industry, that says a lot.
She's music royalty. What she's achieved as a black female singer is on par with Michael Jackson's sales and all the rest. You get the feeling that this girl can definitely handle fame.
I just love talent and entertainment, and I want to be a real entertainer. And I want to eventually win an Oscar and more Grammys, and I want to do Broadway. I want to win a Tony Award. I want to be the first black woman to have all 3. Just great.
Get lost in the ultimate story of modern-day superstardom as we take you through the incredible journey of Beyoncé.
I think from the moment Beyoncé was born, she was destined to be a star.
You can't deny that she's one of the biggest stars that we'll see in our lifetime.
Beyoncé Knowles first appeared to the world in the girl band Destiny's Child, managed by her father, Matthew Knowles. Their first single, Killing Time, debuted on the soundtrack to the 1997 film Men in Black, jump-starting their success. The following year, the group released their self-titled debut album, scoring their first major hit, No, No, No.
I think the interesting thing about No, No, No is the fact that you don't really see the Destiny's Child style. It hasn't emerged yet. They're in a club, they get introduced and they say, hey, check out this new group. And they come up on stage and they perform the song. But they don't really have that signature style that they had yet when it came to their wardrobe or their hair. You even see Kelly Rowland with a tiny little pixie cut. She doesn't even look like the Kelly Rowland we know now. And Beyoncé, she's baby Beyoncé at that point. So it's really interesting to see everyone, and they're trying to figure out what their sound is like, what their look is like, but they're on their way.
No shows a lot of sophistication. It's a very sultry, kind of sexy video, the way they're dressed and the whole vibe within the video. They were showing that, hey, we're not little girls anymore, we're now adults. And the song was very strong, and it had, unusual production and stuff in it, and just really set them up as this is a force to be reckoned with.
The album established the group as a viable act in the industry, achieving moderate sales and earning the group 3 Soul Train Lady of Soul awards.
First time I heard Destiny's Child, I'll never forget it. It was at the Mobos. We were just blown away. Everyone was blown away by these little things, like jumping up down the stage and dancing really quick, and you couldn't stop singing the songs, and they were just really sweet. And they were just so happy to be there. And that was the first time I saw Destiny's Child. I mean, it was very quick. We met them backstage because I was presenting an award at the Mobos, and I was introduced to them backstage, and I just thought, oh, they're really cute little kids, aren't they? So sweet.
The group released their multi-platinum second album, The Writings on the Wall, in 1999. The record features some of the group's widely known songs, such as Bills, 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 the group's first #1 single.
At first we started our crew, taking me places I ain't never been. But now you're getting comfortable, ain't doing those things you did no more. You're slowly making me pay for things your money should be handling. And then you ask to use my car. Drive it all day and don't fill up the tank. And you have the audacity to even come and step to me. Ask to hold some money from me until you get your check next week. You trifling, good for nothing type of brother. Silly me, why haven't I found another? A baller. When times get hard, need someone to help me out. Instead of
the last album, we were just starting out, and we were trying to find what we were gonna go for, what our style was, and who we were gonna work with. But this album, we were sure of who we were gonna work with. We had a list. Our manager came in, he was like, okay, so what are we gonna do this album? And we listed out all the producers we wanted, and it was a blessing that we got all of them. And the difference also is that we got to write on this album. We only wrote 3 songs on the last album, and this album we wrote 11. So that's a big change, and we were involved more with this album.
Yeah, and the album is more conceptual this time. Beyoncé produced a majority of the vocals on the album, and if you notice when you listen to the album that the vocals are more in your face this time, and it's tight, and it's all because Beyoncé hooked it up.
Yeah, made it run a lot smoother too.
You thought what? So can you pay my bills? Can you change telephone bills? Can you pay my automobile? A lot of y'all, so
We're not talking to all guys. We're only talking to the one guy that is being trifling and is running up her phone bill and all of that. So if the guy wasn't doing that, we would never ask a guy to pay our bills. We believe in 50-50 relationships. But we also know that guys can relate to this situation too, because we know there are some girls out there that take guys' cars and drive them and feel like they can spend their credit cards and all that. So guys, y'all relate to the song. Just put it in your mind and just put it in your perspective.
Don't jump to a conclusion by the chorus just because it says, can you pay my bills?
You gotta listen to the verses.
Right. Just know that we're writing the song from a female's perspective because we are females. And we don't know how to write from a man's perspective, so we had to write it from ours.
keep on praying what you say what's on your mind. Cause every time you give it signs. When I ask you what do you hold on inside? You wanna be with me, you gotta keep it real. Your people's going on, tell me how you feel. Boy, I know you want me just as much as I want you. So come get my love, it's all here for you. I see you back there. How y'all doing over here? Y'all been a little quiet for me. Y'all gotta get into this. Come on, y'all. Come on. You be saying, put your hands up when it's really.
It's just all a blessing to see a lot of people just really feeling your songs and singing the words to your songs. I mean, it just gets you more excited and it makes you want to work even harder.
Right, but there are more sacrifices that also come with it that we had no idea about. We didn't know that we were gonna be away from our family so much, and you know what I'm saying, get to miss out on the homecoming and the proms, the teenage stuff, you know, that happened during your teenage years, of course. But it's all worth it, like Kelly said.
The good outweighs the bad, definitely.
Yeah.
We will never forget songs if we're part of that era like I was. Bills, 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 Say My Name. These became modern anthems. And it was the first time, actually, that everyone started getting really excited about Destiny's Child because they weren't one-hit wonders, they weren't two-hit wonders. In fact, it was hit after hit after hit.
Say My Name won Best R&B Performance and Best R&B Song at the 2001 Grammy Awards. The Writings on the Wall went on to sell more than 8 million copies worldwide. Despite the group finally gaining the recognition they had been craving, internal problems threatened the future of the group. Both LaToya Luckett and Latavia Robertson left the band and were quickly replaced by Farrah Franklin and Michelle Williams. Unfortunately, problems arose again. Farrah Franklin was soon dismissed, leaving just Beyoncé, Michelle Williams, and Kelly Rowland. The band put the turmoil behind them and got back in the studio. In May 2001, Destiny's Child released their third studio album, Survivor, that was a massive success, reaching #1 on the US Billboard 200. Their title track, Survivor, spawned as one of their biggest hits of their career, earning them a Grammy Award for Best R&B Performance.
I wrote Survivor along with about 10 other songs on the album, and it's really great that I got a chance to write on this album. I also wrote Independent Woman and Jumpin' Jumpin', so it's great.
Survivor is a song for everyone. If you've survived breast cancer, AIDS or anything, losing your job, divorce, whatever, it's a song to let you know that you can make it. Only if you work harder, you can take it. I mean, it's just a wonderful song, and when everyone hears it, it's a song to where you'll just feel so strong. It's like before the song even ends, you're crunk, meaning you're strong. But I mean, it was a wonderful song. We were all in the studio in tears and crying, and it's one of those kind of songs. And it's a wonderful song that Beyoncé did. It's wonderful.
The Survivor album was another amazing accomplishment. It just lifted Destiny's Child into another stratosphere with, amazing songs on it, like the actual Survivor song. And the video for that song was like one of the best videos of all time at that time when it came out.
I think it was around that time, when music videos were really prominent. I remember coming in from school and you'd bang on the TV and it would be there, and it really stood out to me. With the three women, the thunderstorms, you had the beach, you had all the sass that they were bringing, particularly Beyoncé, who was kind of fronting the three in that video.
But this is where we really see that signature style come into play. Tina Knowles was a group's official stylist. They were using a lot of the clothing that they had created, Beyoncé and her mother, from House of Darion, so a lot of their fashions were on display in the video. And the ladies were sexy and sultry. They're crawling along the beach in the sand and through the water. So it's really sultry. You definitely see that their sound is defined. You see that their look is defined. They know who they are, and they're feeling really good about Destiny's Child at that point.
From looking at their videos and listening to their music, it was kind of clear that Beyoncé was always pushed to the forefront of the band. She was the focal point. Even though the other girls, there was no doubt they could sing, her voice was a little bit more commercial than theirs, and I think that resonated with the fans.
Beyoncé's first solo recording was a feature on Jay-Z's '03 Bonnie and Clyde that was released in October 2002, peaking at #4 on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart. It was around this time that Beyoncé was rumored to start dating the rap superstar.
Jay-Z met Beyoncé back in 1997 when she was just starting out with Destiny's Child. He heard her, they were working in the same area, and he heard her wailing a Wyclef Jean song, and he was like, this girl is good. And then she started rapping, and he was even more impressed. So for them, it was a professional relationship, and then it built upon a friendship before they ever got involved romantically.
Definitely think Bonnie and Clyde started the whole Jay-Z and Beyoncé romance. I think you can kind of see the chemistry in the video there, that sparks were flying. I know they were acting in the video, but you can kind of tell sometimes whether they're just putting it on or there's that real emotion there, and I think they had that. It's just very real. You had that passion there, the way they looked at each other. the closeness in there. There was kind of like a fun vibe as well, that they were enjoying being in each other's company rather than it just being, oh, we've been paid to do this music video, you know, it was very real. And I also think it was interesting that you had probably the biggest rap star in the world and this up-and-coming, already established, beautiful woman coming together. It made for like the perfect power couple, really. You could see that back then.
Beyoncé's first solo album, Dangerously in Love, was released on June 24, 2003. The album sold 317,000 copies in its first week and has since gone on to sell 11 million copies worldwide.
This was extremely successful. She did so well with this, and this really established her as a solo artist, which was so important because she was so identified with Destiny's Child, but this took her into the stratosphere.
Oh, the first solo album was a massive success, obviously topped the chart. It produced probably some of her biggest singles on there, but they were just massive global successes, topping charts across the world. Again, continuing that theme that she started in Destiny's Child, that independent woman, but this time with maybe a more sexier edge, now that she had kind of got a little bit older, a little bit more mature and confident to kind of strike out on her own. And I think that was the perfect sound for her to go into, following on from Destiny's Child.
The album's lead single, Crazy in Love, featuring Jay-Z, became Beyoncé's first #1 single as a solo artist.
I first heard it on the radio. I remember hearing it on the radio and going, it's just like, I can't, this is just so, you know, like a James Brown song. When you hear a James Brown song and you just can't, it's so good, you can't, your face is contorted and the beat is so good, you can't keep still. It's like, oh, man, trying to do the dishes and it was all going off, you know. And then when I saw the video, that was it. The video is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. It was the way that she walked on the road there. It was a dirty road with a broken down car, but the way she did that walk.
Yeah, the Dangerous in Love video was just her showing her independence, her power, and also her sexuality, and showcasing her voice and her dance moves and everything. It really captured the magic of Beyoncé saying, here I am, I'm going to take over the world, I'm a superstar.
Dangerously in Love is one of the biggest albums for a solo newcomer of all times, and it spawned so many major hit singles. And Beyoncé is particularly proud of this album because she's since spoken about it on stage during a performance. And basically, she played her record company all of the songs from the album. And they said that they didn't think there was a #1 hit single in that album. And she actually went on to have over 5 #1s from that album. So she managed to prove them all wrong. And that's when I really realized the toughness of Beyoncé, because she stuck to her gun. She knew she had hits on that album.
I feel like God has given me the gifts. Every gift that I have, every blessing that I have. And I feel like he puts certain people in my life for a reason, certain angels, certain people protecting me, things that happen to everyone. There's no way you cannot believe that someone isn't looking out for you. And he takes people out of my life that shouldn't be there. And I just feel protected all the time.
Beyoncé's album, Dangerously in Love, received high praise from critics and received a record-tying 5 awards at the 2004 Grammys.
I just love talent and entertainment, and I want to be a real entertainer. And I want to eventually win an Oscar and more Grammys, and I want to do Broadway. I want to win a Tony Award. I want to be the first Black woman to have all 3. Just great.
In November 2003, Beyoncé embarked on the Dangerously in Love tour.
I have a tour coming up. It's my very first tour. I'm so excited about it because I have so many ideas that I've always wanted to do, and now I can finally put it on the stage. And I love Broadway, and I love hip hop and R&B shows, and I'm mixing the two. It's really crazy because something happens to me when I get on the stage. I'm really calm and shy and just, you know, I just observe, and I'm completely opposite of how I am on the stage. When I get on the stage, I have no idea. Because I turn into this crazy wild woman.
After the release of Dangerously in Love, Beyoncé planned to produce a follow-up album using several of the leftover tracks. However, this was put on hold so she could concentrate on recording Destiny Fulfilled, the final studio album by Destiny's Child.
Yeah, I think when Destiny's Fulfilled came out, Beyoncé felt that she should give the band one more go. She didn't want her fans to think that she'd turned her back on Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child embarked on a worldwide concert tour, Destiny Fulfilled and Lovin' It, and during their last stop of their European leg, Kelly Rowland announced that Destiny's Child would disband after the North American leg of the tour.
Well, the group agreed that they were all ready to work on their own solo albums, and they gave a hint that this was their last album because it was called Destiny Fulfilled. So the clues were already out there.
I think Beyoncé made Kelly make the announcement because she didn't want to look like she's, because each of them are solo, but because she's the biggest star, she didn't want to look like I'm leaving to become still amicable, and that all of them were still close friends.
We still talk to each other. I'll call him and say, oh, I'm nervous. Like, my first performance, Beyoncé was there. And that helped me out so much. You know what I'm saying? Just to know that she was there and she was supporting me. And we're like that with each other because that's what it's all about. If it wasn't for Destiny's Child, none of us would be here.
In March 2006, Destiny's Child was awarded with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I want to thank everyone for being here, and thank you for supporting us. We started when we were 9 years old, and here we are getting a Hollywood star. Dreams come true. So thank y'all so much for supporting us. God bless you.
And we just want to say we love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting Destiny's Child since day one. I actually remember when we made a trip here and we were going up those escalators and we were walking down the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and we were like, we want a star, and to be here, y'all, is so humbling, and we are so honored. And we want to thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. We love you so, so much.
Such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time in our lives. I know as I'm standing here, as Miss Tina has said, all Destiny's Child wanted was to go gold. And then Kelly saying, walking down the Hollywood Walk of Fame saying, we wanted the star. Obviously, this just goes to show all you have to do is say it. Say it in the air, tell God what it is that you want, and he gives it to you. So that is just amazing. If it's in his will, he does.
Everybody clear.
In 2006, Beyoncé won critical acclaim for her role in the movie Dreamgirls. She later went on to reveal that she was itching to get back in the studio once filming had been completed.
You know what? The problem is I really love what I do, and I love music, and I couldn't be away from it. I was doing the film Dreamgirls for 6 months, and I did not allow myself studio time. And I said, I'm not gonna be Beyoncé the celebrity for this time because I don't want to get confused with this character because she's a singer and she's very, very different from me, but I want to make sure I stay focused, with this movie, and I gave it fair opportunity to learn the craft of acting. And I had so many songs and so many concepts bottled up inside, being away from performing and singing for 6 months, that while I was on my vacation, I told everyone, please let me be. Don't ask me to do anything. Don't call me. Let me go away and relax and get my mind back and kind of come back to my body, because I've been in Dina's body, which is the character, for so long. And while I was there, I couldn't relax. So I said, well, I'm coming back to New York. I'm gonna be down the street from Sony Studios. I might as well just sneak over there and just play. So I called the producers that I was gonna work with the next year, and we set up a little studio time, and we were all in the zone. So we did 3 songs a day, and I didn't want to go home, and every morning I was like, oh God, I want to get back in the studio. I just wanted to be in the studio. It felt so good, and I did the record in a little over 2 weeks. And the crazy thing is, the record is really aggressive, and I'm very happy, I'm very content in my life, but Dina felt like she was trapped, and she was married, and she was in this relationship for so long, and it was all the things I wanted to say while I was doing the movie, all the things I wanted the character to say. So I'm speaking for every woman that's kind of been in a relationship for a long time, and it's supposed to empower women to have the extra boost to say all the things that they feel in their hearts. So it's really a strong album, and it really makes women feel like they're powerful, and it kind of makes you want to get your power back.
The album, titled B-Day, was released on September 5th, 2006 in the US to coincide with Beyoncé's 25th birthday.
The best birthday gift is for my album to be received really well. And I think I'm just gonna have like an intimate dinner with my friends and hopefully some good food. I'm gonna have a party after an award show in New York on the 31st, but it's gonna be like a big party with a lot of people, so I won't be able to relax. So I'll do it on my actual birthday, just at home, private, intimate dinner.
The album sold 541,000 copies in its first week and debuted atop the Billboard 200, becoming Beyoncé's second consecutive #1 album in the US.
My music head is back on. Thank God for the album. I was able to kind of get myself back. But, you know, the movie comes out in January here. So I'll be back promoting the movie pretty soon. And it's really interesting how the movies inspire the music, and the music inspires the movie. Whenever I do an album and I do all the touring, and then I'm like, okay, after a year of it, I want to do something else. And I love the stability of the movies, and I just love doing something that I'm still learning, I'm new at. It's almost like starting over, which is really exciting. And then when I do that, the movie, I'm like, okay, I gotta get back in the studio. I wanna go perform every night. So it keeps my life interesting, and that's my goal, to keep growing and keep learning and becoming more of an artist. And I'm happy I've been given the opportunities to do both.
In April 2007, Beyoncé embarked on the Beyoncé Experience, her first worldwide concert tour, visiting 97 venues and grossing over $24 million. A year later, Beyoncé married Jay-Z.
I think the media was so happy because for all of this time they've been speculating, was it ever going to happen, how close were they? And I think both of them were very much in love. They just were so busy with their careers, when you have 2 gigantic careers like that. And both of them are moguls, they're not only musicians. Jay-Z is a mogul with all of his drinks, alcohol, stuff and all that. His businesses that it's hard to find the time to actually do it. So I think they were just waiting for the right time to actually do it. But by joining these 2 forces, they became the most powerful, showbiz couple in history.
Even though people kind of suspected that their relationship was going towards marriage, to just go and get married and then announce it afterwards with kind of a little fanfare was quite something. When you're used to these big spectacles, especially in America, when they love doing things big, splashing the cash and massive magazine deals and stuff, it was quite refreshing. And I think it showed that maybe it was a bit more real of a romance, the fact they didn't rely on this big circus, when it came to the wedding. It was very much them, their families, and that's it, let's do it properly.
The relationship between Jay-Z and Beyoncé is fascinating because they are 2 of the most famous people in the world. But somehow they have managed to create a certain level of privacy for them. And I actually really respect that.
They walk in and you just get a feeling with the 2 of them that they are like what you would call Kate and William of the music business. These guys are the royal couple for the music industry. There is absolute respect when they walk in the room. I mean, you've got to see it. It's great to watch. It's actually cool.
They always made it clear that privacy was really important to them. So they have a very tight-knit circle of people around them. They don't speak openly about each other. And actually, that makes us want to know about their lives even more.
A few months after their wedding, Beyoncé's third album, I Am Sasha Fierce, was released. The album formally introduces Beyoncé's alter ego, Sasha Fierce, conceived during the making of her 2003 single, Crazy in Love.
So 2008 was another key moment in Beyoncé's career with the release of I Am Sasha Fierce. And why it was so important is because Beyoncé established her character here, which was Sasha Fierce was going to be the side of her that was outspoken, out of control, really sexy, quite provocative. And she needed that because actually Beyoncé as a person isn't really like that. Beyoncé as a person is the sort of girl who sings these beautiful ballads on stage like Halo, which was a big hit from that album. Whereas actually Sasha Fierce was the one who got up there and had the ability to sing Single Lady.
Sasha Fierce was kind of a big departure for Beyoncé at that time. The sounds in the charts were a little bit more ballady at that time with Alicia Keys. Leona Lewis had a big hit with Bleeding Love that year. And Sasha Fierce allowed Beyoncé to experiment with a more urban, powerful sound without kind of alienating her fan base. She could say, oh, this is Sasha Fierce, this is a different side to me, whereas she still maintained her the sound her fans loved, the slower songs with like Halo and things like that, but it just opened up that doorway for her to go through and see if she could kind of rival the other female artists who were maybe a bit edgier at the time.
The album was a massive success, becoming her third consecutive #1 album in the US, containing one of her most recognizable songs, Single Ladies.
Single Ladies will definitely go down as an iconic song. Absolutely, because it was different, it was clever, it was fun, it's something that everyone loves. And I just think this was another really big moment for Beyoncé because it's the closest she's come to releasing an anthem.
Yeah, with Single Ladies, like, Beyoncé was showing her independence, you know, and basically saying to girls, you know, if a guy is serious, then, you know, just you can't continue just dating him for 5 years or whatever. If he's really serious, after a while, he has to kind of step up and, you know, and put a ring on the finger. So, but because it captured a moment in time with the video and the vibe and everything on it, it catapulted her. She was already in, you know, way in outer space, but it catapulted her into another stratosphere where she just became so huge because it was more than a music video, it was a phenomenon.
I think it really was the video that put that song on the map because it was so iconic. Even today, people still cite that as inspiration. It was the way it was shot, that one-shot take, capturing the whole routine and dance. The fact it was in black and white was very stylish. The routine as well, when they're doing that train, you know, and the whole twist of the hand thing, that was like, you can't not love that, you know. It was just a classic video, and the song itself was catchy and resonated again. It doesn't really get more empowering than saying, all the single women out there, just do your thing, and it's up to the man to win you, not for you to come calling up to a man and begging him to have you. He should be the one making the moves to secure you.
The song was a big hit with her fans, but it was her video for the song that captivated critics and displayed her artistic talent to the world.
So when Beyoncé did the Single Ladies video, it was gigantic. Like I said, it created a whole movement around the world, and it won the MTV Awards Europe. So everybody was sure that it was going to win the MTV Awards in America, which is the big one. So Beyoncé is there, and of course Kanye West is there, and Kanye West saw the video and loved it, so he was sure Beyoncé was going to win. So it just shows the kind of power of Beyoncé, that she kind of hypnotized Kanye West, that he's sitting there waiting to hear the name Beyoncé when they announce the video, and all of a sudden when they say Taylor Swift, he's so hypnotized, he just freaks out and just storms the stage and just says to Taylor Swift, no, Beyonce has a better video than you, you know? So that was really shocking, but I don't even think he was responsible for his actions because he was just so hypnotized by Beyonce and that great video. So then when Beyonce came on a little bit later to get her award, she kind of was very, very classy and just kind of said, no, you know, that was wrong, you know, Taylor Swift deserves it, and, you know, and I still got other awards, so it doesn't really matter. And she's already got the award for MTV Europe and a lot of other awards for that video, so it, you know, it was really necessary. But, you know, Kanye's kind of out there, but, you know, who knows? It's hard to resist the power of Beyonce.
I think Beyoncé not winning that VMA in 2009, I guess it was a major shock, but then again, Taylor Swift was kind of riding the crest of a wave, and that was when she was really rising to global prominence. So if anyone was going to beat her, it was Taylor Swift. But you could see in that ceremony that Beyoncé was actually quite horrified by what happened. She wanted to give respect to Taylor. Yeah, she was disappointed that she didn't win it, but she was dignified, she clapped, and she could have dealt with that in her own way, but to see Kanye go up there without being prompted and to speak for her, she felt that she needed to kind of do something to give back to Taylor maybe, and that's why when she won later in the ceremony, she brought Taylor back on stage to finish her speech. So that kind of shows you the class that she has. But I'm sure it's not one that she wants to dwell on too much.
Beyoncé's video may not have won Best Video. However, the album did receive 10 nominations at the 2010 Grammy Awards, tying with Lauryn Hill for most Grammy nominations in a single year.
I think 2010 kind of cemented her as an all-time great. You can't rack up that level of nominations as a fluke, you know, you have to have some substance behind what you're doing. Again, Lauryn Hill is such an inspiration for many people and rightly an all-time great that it definitely cemented her right there, the same status. I mean, Beyonce's had such success at the Grammys anyway, so for her, she'd already won awards, but to reach that target, that level of 10 at one ceremony, I mean, as you said, it's unprecedented.
The album also enabled Beyoncé to go on her first worldwide concert tour.
This tour is called I Am, and basically it's gonna be very theatrical, very grand. You know, I have my big band and they're all females. I have my dancers. Of course, I always audition new people because I always want to give new talent an opportunity. So we have, you know, girls that are 18 and some of the people that have been with me for years are still working with me. And it's just a big production, but it's also sometimes very emotional. I think it's gonna be more emotional because this album, I Am, that portion was a lot more real and raw and more sensitive. So I think, you know, it just takes you through this emotional journey. I think I'm doing like 40 songs, and I do the arrangements with my band, and that rehearsal time is so hard because, you know, people come and they all have their favorite songs, and I want to always give the fans what they want, but I'm doing all the songs. I just do have to get creative with the amount and how to put them together so I can get them all together in 2 hours.
The tour sold out venues around the world, grossing $109.5 million. I Am, Sasha Fierce was really one of Beyoncé's landmark albums to date. On the 24th of June, 2011, Beyoncé released her fourth studio album titled 4. The album debuted atop the Billboard 200 chart, giving Beyoncé her fourth consecutive #1 album in the US. This included the song Run the World, which soon became a feminist anthem with a message of female empowerment and independence. Through this, Beyoncé had cemented herself as a 21st century feminist icon.
Run the World was again another departure in terms of sound. It was a lot more edgy than perhaps even Single Ladies. That was, I guess, a little more traditional in its structure, but Run the World was definitely one more for the clubs. That got people on the dance floor. Even now, you can't escape it on a night out, and as soon as it comes on, you hear the opening, like women flock to the dance floor. I think quite a few men do as well, to be honest. It kind of, everyone loves that song, and especially the way the world is at the minute, I think finally getting that female empowerment thing there, it's, a hot news topic at the minute, and that was, I guess, the start of something. She was at the beginning of that, and she's always fought for women's causes. So yeah, it was a great song.
On January 7th, 2012, Beyoncé gave birth to a daughter, Blue Ivy Carter.
Yeah, I think the whole maternal thing just opened up Beyoncé to another world where she was now, caring for this little one, and so her songwriting started to channel into that direction. Now she had a little one to look after. But it didn't really, affect her career at all, because 5 months later she was performing in Atlantic City, taking Blue Ivy with her, and I think it expanded her mind and expanded her music to a whole different level, where on her 5 albums, she has a song, Blue, about a little girl is featured in it. And actually, Blue Ivy is the youngest person ever to be on a #1 song. And I think she's gonna be, with 2 parents like that, I think in 2033, she's gonna be like a mogul and a superstar.
2013 was a big year for Beyoncé. Not only was she invited to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, she also was given the privilege of singing the national anthem at President Obama's 2nd inauguration in Washington, D.C.
You can't get any higher than actually performing at the White House for the President and the First Lady. Considering that Beyoncé is the First Lady of music, it was cool that she's performing for the First Lady of America.
After performing for the President and First Lady, Beyoncé embarked on the Mrs. Carter Show World Tour on April 15, 2013 in Belgrade, Serbia. Performing over 132 dates, the tour became the most successful tour of her career and one of the most successful tours of all time. In December of 2013, Beyoncé unexpectedly dropped her 5th album, titled Beyoncé, on the iTunes Store without any prior announcement or promotion. It debuted atop the Billboard 200 chart, making Beyoncé the first woman in the chart's history to have her first 5 albums debut at #1. The single, Drunk in Love, featuring Jay-Z, peaked at #2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
This is kind of interesting. It's a follow-up to Crazy in Love, which is a really fun way a lot of us got introduced to their relationship. But this one takes it a step further. It's very sexy. It's about female sexuality, talks about their relationship, places where they've had sex, including drunk in the kitchen. Who doesn't have drunken sex in the kitchen? Clearly, Jay-Z and Beyoncé. And the video's great, all done in black and white, so it gives you kind of a very interesting mood of what happens in their relationship. At the 57th Annual Grammy Awards in February 2015, Beyoncé was nominated for 6 awards, going on to win 3. On the 23rd of April 2016, Beyoncé released her 6th studio album titled Lemonade. The release of the album went straight to Jay-Z's brand new music streaming service, Tidal, followed by a physical release the day after.
Lemonade was the biggest selling US album that year. I think it was 2.5 million copies or something like that. And yeah, it was her 6th #1 album, topping the charts, so there was no slowdown in the success she's had. But I feel, that element there where it was just on Tidal, you risked alienating some fans, especially not all fans have access to the platform. Not all fans want to sign up to the platform to get the music, but I think the music was that strong and that good that ultimately it kind of won the day, and it was a big success for her.
Not only was the album the worldwide highest-selling album of 2016, selling 2.5 million copies, But it also won 2 Grammys at the 59th Annual Grammy Awards in 2017 and was listed as the 6th greatest album made by a woman of all time by American radio station NPR. Beyoncé, by 2016, was unstoppable. With 6 #1 albums, it seemed like nothing could get in the way of her global success. However, news was spreading that Jay-Z had cheated on Beyoncé. The iconic couple was all over the papers, and their idolized lives were being filled by slander.
The big thing that happened before the release of Lemonade, about a year before, was the big lift fallout at the Met Gala between Jay-Z and Beyoncé's sister Solange. That CCTV leaked. She was giving it to him in that lift. We didn't know what it was about, and everyone was speculating what's he done. There'd been whisperings of these cheating rumours with the likes of Rita Ora, who signed to Rock Nation about 10 years ago now, more than that. And then you also had other American stars coming out of the woodwork being linked to him. So there was that speculation, and there was kind of a very confusing statement that Beyoncé put out afterwards, saying that it had been resolved now. Families have these altercations. Solange wasn't drunk when it happened, but all is now well. But it didn't actually address the situation, so we're kind of none the wiser. Although their later music with Lemonade and Jay-Z's latest release has been a bit more personal in tone, and they've kind of addressed cheating rumours in there. So we can kind of, I don't want to say safely, but we can kind of assume that that might be what they were arguing about at the time.
Jay-Z admitted to these allegations and stated that they both used music as their therapy.
I mean, the interesting thing with that Lemonade album is that Jay-Z kind of helped write some of it, so it's like a couple's therapy session, you know, and you've got that feeling in there where the anger and the honesty was there. With Formation, probably the big breakout single from that album, that was Beyoncé going back to her roots. She was speaking where her mum and her dad were born, and how that made her who she is. In terms of relationship with Jay-Z in there, you had that line, Becky with the good hair, that everyone called out, and everyone's, who's Becky? You had speculation that it was Rita Ora, perhaps, who didn't help it when she posed on Instagram with a lemon bra and a J necklace, which maybe wasn't the smartest thing to do at the time. So yeah, you still had that relationship element in there. I think people really related to that, and they were looking for every little message in those songs.
Lemonade was in fact Beyoncé's way of displaying her anger, and Jay-Z's album 444 was his way of apologizing.
Jay-Z in 444, he said that because he was helping Beyoncé write Lemonade, that was close to being finished. So he thought we'd go with that first, and that'll be her story kind of out there. Then I'll release 444 later, and that'll be my side of the story. I think it's clear to see in the lyrics of the album that he feels he's maybe done wrong, and he's very apologetic for that. And he doesn't shy away from the cheating rumours, although he doesn't outright say who I cheated with or put to bed any of the rumours from the past. So it's still quite murky, but he's at least acknowledging that he's done wrong, B's the woman for him, and she doesn't deserve to be treated in that way. So yeah, it's quite a personal album.
After months of slander and headlines about the two, Beyoncé, on her Formation tour, dedicated her final song, Halo, to Jay-Z, stating, "I love you so much." This comment showed her fans and media that they had put their differences aside and were back to the way things were. On February 1st, 2017, Beyoncé announced she was expecting twins via Instagram. The post received the most likes in Instagram's history up to that point.
The world loved the twin announcement. I think it was probably the most iconic pregnancy announcement that there's ever been. People have recreated that famous pose of the veil, the floral archway, and the baby bump countless times now. You had celebs gushing over how great she looked in it.
That's the thing about Beyoncé. Like, whenever she does something, she does it like to the top of the game. I mean, coming out with an artistic picture like that announcement, it's pretty epic, as she is.
I think people were also pleased to see that it kind of signified that their relationship was perhaps back on track after all the rumours that there'd been. And especially with being twins, it's kind of double the fun for the press and the fans as well. And they were all speculating on what the name's going to be. It turned into a massive thing on social media.
On the 13th of June 2017, Beyoncé gave birth to twins Rumi and Sir Carter, announcing it to the world through Instagram, allowing her to make news and gossip columns all around the world. Beyoncé continued to create music after giving birth, collaborating with some of the industry's greats such as Eminem, Coldplay, Ed Sheeran, and DJ Khaled.
Collaborations these days are big business. There seems to be more and more common and more random styles of music joining together to make records, and it shows that she has that crossover. She appeals to their fans, and likewise their fans will probably benefit from it as well.
The thing about Beyoncé is that everyone wants to work with her for obvious reasons, and Jay-Z and her are very big on collaborations. So, you know, she's released huge singles with Sean Paul, with Shakira, with Lady Gaga, with Jay-Z himself as well. So she's someone who definitely lends her voice to other people.
It just shows the pull she has as well, the fact that she can attract these artists to work with her and the fact that they want to work with her from across all backgrounds. You never hear anyone saying anything bad about Beyoncé. It's always how inspirational she is, how you have to respect her talent. It's amazing. So yeah, that just shows that she's in demand, and it's a smart move for her. If she can stay in the likes of Ed Sheeran and Coldplay, who are kind of dominating the charts as well in the live arena, then why not?
She also announced she would continue acting, being cast as the voice of Nala in the 2019 version of the timeless classic The Lion King. Furthermore, in March 2018, Beyoncé and Jay-Z announced their On the Run 2 tour, a clear sign that the couple had moved on from their troubles and wanted to include each other in their music careers.
Yeah, I think the On the Run 2 tour was a massive announcement for them because in the initial tour, there were a lot of rumours and speculation that things weren't well behind the scenes. There was a lot of arguing and things like that. And for them to go out again, it showed that they must be solid in their relationship, because why would you put yourself through that again if you weren't happy? And they've both released these very personal albums. It seems like the perfect time to go on tour together, play the music from both, and kind of draw a line under the whole cheating thing and then look to the future with their kids and their family and see it as a whole positive spectacle.
As a singer, Entertainment Weekly describes Beyoncé as a storm system disguised as a singer. She has a 3.6 octave range, and when I went with her to South Africa with Bono and Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics, we did a big show for Nelson Mandela called 4664, a concert for his charity. And Dave Stewart had produced some tracks with her, and Dave Stewart, who produced the Eurythmics, Mick Jagger, people like Stevie Nicks, and a lot of great artists, including Annie Lennox and Aretha Franklin, some of the greatest voices ever. Dave said the greatest female voice he's ever worked with was Beyoncé. Because he said when she's warming up, she's doing some kind of Arabic and some kind of pentatonic scale, stuff that he's never heard before. And it's just this absolutely brilliant voice. So just as a singer, she could have just been a singer and nothing else and still been very important. Then you talk about Beyoncé, the songwriter, writing 9 #1 songs. Only 3 women in history have ever done that. So as a songwriter, she could just make it as a songwriter and forget about singing. Performing, I mean, there's no greater performer in the world right now. L.A. Reid, the great songwriter and producer, said that she's the greatest entertainer on earth right now. Coming from him, you know, very, very powerful words. Yeah, I see the future of Beyoncé going from strength to strength, like how people say that, you know, she is the female Michael Jackson, who was her idol. I think 10 or 20 years from now, people are going to be saying that Michael Jackson is a male Beyoncé.
I see her being around for a really, really long time. As I said, she's music royalty. What she's achieved as a black female singer is on par with Michael Jackson's sales and all the rest. And what's amazing about her is that it hasn't destroyed her in any way. You get the feeling that this girl can definitely handle fame. That's what I feel.
Beyoncé continues to surprise fans and critics alike. Her achievements have made her one of the most successful artists of all time. She has changed the sound of modern music and has influenced artists all over the world.
I think Beyoncé's definitely looked upon as the mother hen. I know she's not past it yet, she's still only in her 30s. But yeah, a lot of the upcoming artists always cite her as their inspiration. Even the likes of your Rita Oras, you know, your Dua Lipas, all these young artists coming through, they can't say they haven't been inspired by Beyoncé because she's dominated the charts and the music videos for so long. So at some point, they would have seen that and no doubt wanted to recreate the success she's had.
She can headline a show, she can do stadiums, she can do whatever she wants, and people will spend the money and buy the tickets to go and see her. She doesn't have to be with Destiny's Child. She doesn't have to be with Jay-Z. She can do it all on her own.
I think the first thing we have to say about someone who is a supernova, what qualifies someone to be a supernova is that they come out with something that is unique to them, that no one else can do, and then everyone tries to imitate it. And case in point is Beyoncé, because Beyoncé came with a completely new style of singing. The way she sings is completely new when it arrived. You know, her vibrato and the way that she sings, and there's always this vibrato in every line that every word that she says, there's vibrato in it. And I believe that after Beyoncé came out, everybody was trying to do that. So in that way, she was really unique with this new style of singing songs. She took a different approach, and it started this era of all these types of singers trying to do this same sort of style.
I mean, one of the greatest artists in history, and I think she's just going to go from strength to strength. You know, selling 118 million solo records and 60 million records with Destiny's Child. I mean, that's just the beginning. I think she's just going to go on to become one of the biggest stars in history.
I think Beyoncé definitely has longevity, you know, because her voice will stand the test of time, absolutely. And also, she's still so young. There's decades left in her. And she's got that versatility of being able to take a little break from music and concentrate on her acting.
Beyoncé will definitely be remembered in the pop world as having an amazing voice, a strong, fearless image, and just putting out the best message she can for her kids. And I think you can't deny that she's one of the biggest stars that we'll see in our lifetime.
Her legacy is still being written, and her music and film success can only keep growing. Beyoncé truly is one of the most iconic female artists the world has ever seen.
This is what I was born to do. So it's my life, you know? And I couldn't imagine not being on tour doing records. So I have the time of my life on the stage.